All right, YouTube, time for another video, 4Runner build. So for this video, it's going to be a little different. This video is going to require us to be under the vehicle the entire time, and that's to change a couple of bushings. So changing out these bushings will help with the ride of the vehicle as well as left and right stability, because therefore the sway bars as well as the Panhard bar. So let me show you what I got. I got some new bushings for the Panhard bar and for the front and back sway bar that we are going to put on, and we're going to be under the vehicle the entire time. It's not that hard. There's only a couple of tools needed to get this project underway, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. Should be super simple, but we'll figure this out together. All right, you can just see the amount of rust on this thing. It's just been cooked in the Florida climate. But the part we're gonna be swapping out is right back here. This is your front sway bar, and this is the bushing that we're gonna be replacing. So to get to this, we have to take out the skid plate. There's two 12mm bolts right here. There's also two more 12mm bolts in the back. So once you take those out, this whole thing just kind of goes forward and you slide it off. All right, there's our two tabs. It just kind of swings down and you pull it out. So right up under here, we're gonna loosen these on both sides. Now these guys are gonna be 14mm. So I'm just gonna loosen the back ones on both sides, and then I'll loosen the front one, and this whole thing should just drop down. All right, now I removed this front bushing, and as you can see here where it came up, there's a lot of scratches and gouges from this material shifting so much. So it definitely needed to be replaced. But also up there, these smaller joints will also need to be replaced because they are worn out. I don't know if you can see that worn boot, but that will help stiffen everything up for shifting around the body weight of the vehicle. So I'll swap those out in another vehicle, I'll swap them out in another video, but it should be simple enough to just take the wheel off, pop those off, put the new ones on. All right, once you swap this out, getting it in place is actually fairly simple. You just take this. Let me see if I can prop this up for you guys to see. Take your screw, throw this on. You could even screw it by hand a little just to get it started in place. On both sides. All right, now that I've started both of those, come in with the impact and finish it up. And finish up this side. That's it. All right, we're all done. Everything is tightened up. New bushing is on there. And like I said, I'll replace that other portion of it because the whole sway bar linkage works together to keep the vehicle steady. All right, so last piece to the puzzle. We replaced these bushings already. Now time for the sway bar linkage. And as you can see, this one has seen some better days. So because of that, there's gonna be extra play and extra movement. Look, I can even move it around so much with my hand. And that causes the front end to shake violently, but not like crazy violent. I want a smooth ride, so I'm gonna be replacing it with some new ones. The longer bolt goes on the top, shorter bolt goes on the bottom. These are 17 millimeter, so we're just gonna unscrew that, unscrew this back one, and then throw the new one on. Now this was not rusted at all, that bad for the bottom. Top wasn't rusted at all, so it wasn't hard to take out. So now that I have the old one out, time to put the new one in. All right, so same order, bottom and the bottom, top and the top. Actually, it's probably easier to put the top one in because the sway bar itself can move, so I can move this down a little bit, but not with one hand. All right. Now this new one that I got is not 17 millimeter. It's 19 millimeter, but it's the same concept. Now I just got to tighten these down, and the foot-pounds for them to torque them down to is 52 foot-pounds. And that's it. Now we just got to put the tire back on, and we're done with this side. Then we'll work on the other side. These rotors will be coming off sometime next. That was it, quick and easy. So now time to put in the skid plate and move to the back of the vehicle. All right, now let me show you where the rear sway bar is located. If we come under where the rear diff is, you can see all over there where the rest of the vehicle is. Here's your gas tank and your exhaust. For my rear wheel drive, two wheel drive, 4Runner, the sway bar is right here. And let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you just pull this back here, see all those lines? That's all cracking and damage just from it just being old. So just gotta replace or remove these two bolts here and the same two on the other side, and then this should be able to fall down. I could replace it and put it back in place. That's for the rear sway bar. Now for the rear Panhard bar, that's gonna be just a little in front of it, here and here. So I'm just gonna remove those bolts, replace the bushings inside of there, and hopefully that can stiffen everything up. All right, now these bolts here are 12 millimeter, and since this gas tank is in the way, I'm going to have to use a wrench. All right, now this just kind of slides down like that, and it's gonna get caught on the back of the drive shaft, so you don't have to worry about it falling on your face. But this kind of just slides down. Remove this bracket here, and once you remove the bracket as well as the bushing, you can replace it. And also this piece is going to be different from the one that you used to replace the front one. There's a little slit on the top of it when you replace it. The one in the front had the slit in the front. So replacing this one, you just got to know the difference, and it's also going to be smaller. So we're going to put the new one on here, which you can see some more wear and damage. Put the new one on with the bracket, put it back in place. All right, let me try as best I can to show you guys how to do this with one hand. The car is not jacked, or the truck is not jacked up, so kind of just like wedged under here, but it's still not too bad to get to. So just want to kind of pull this down, get this out of place. Now you want to remove this old one. You can just see how much play, how much give this thing has. It's not as bad as it could be, right? But this new one is a lot more stiff. So let me turn this around. Get this in place. Put this on here. So what I'll probably wind up doing is screwing in this top one, try to mount it and get this as close as possible. Maybe I'll screw in the bottom one first, but try to get it as close as possible. And what you heard was the other side falling down because this is still loose. So something I'm gonna have to figure out, but we got it. All right, we got everything back in place. Now, what I will say is it's easier to get this side right here up and in place. You start with the bottom and then get the top, but I would recommend, so since it's easier to get to both these two on this side, since the gas tank is on the other side, start with the top and then work the bottom in slowly. For this side, I had to use this little contour bit because a wrench is really hard to get past this part up here as well as up there. There's just don't have enough torque unless you had a really long wrench. So I didn't want to use that, just use the impact, and I got it on. All right, so last part we're gonna work on in this video, Panhard bar. Goes from the top to the bottom at an angle. I'm gonna just remove one side, change the bushings, put it back in, and then remove the other side, do the same thing. Let's see what type of socket we need for this. All right, so we need 19 millimeter for the front and the back. So I'm just gonna go in with the impact on this side and hold it at the socket on this side. Oops. Come on. There we go. All right, that's in place. So I'll just unscrew that. All right, we got it out. Now let me show you what we're going to be replacing it with. So we're going to be replacing it with this. Now these little soft silicone parts, I should be able to lubricate these and push it through so that way the excess, let me just open this package. So that way the excess of this sticks out on either side. And these, you can see this is like a perfect fit. So it'll fit on the outside. And then this guide will go in the middle of it, which is also the correct length. So now I just need to find somewhere to hammer this out, probably get a piece of wood, get this hammered out, and then dig out all of this rubber. Spray it with some lubricant also, so that way it can come out easier.
2 weeks later.
So I have my new Panhard bar that I ordered online. This one is adjustable, so that way if you have a lift on there, or if I change it somehow, I can make this a little longer. But right now I have my old one here, and I tried to line it up as best I can with the new one, so that way it's the same length since it is adjustable. Now that it is, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down these screws as well as these nuts on the end, and then I'll get it on the truck. All right, now for those of you who may be asking why I got a new one instead of replacing the bushings like I said I would, the reason why is because these have the bushing pushed in, and this kit that I got appears to slide in an existing hole on a Panhard bar, but these are in place, and this is a little too big for this spot here. I actually wound up taking the other side and cutting it so it would fit inside the hole, but just because I did that, now where the bolt slides into doesn't fit in here. So there's just too much that has going on with this, and I don't want it to be loose because this has to be stiff to stiffen up the entire ride of the back of the 4Runner, so that way that motion swaying back and forth doesn't occur, and that's what a loose bushing would cause. I know it was a lot of explaining, but I tried to get my point across. Let's put it on the car. All right, and there it is, all installed. Fairly simple. Not necessary for you guys to know, and yeah, I'm all cleaned up, but these sway bar linkages and also these sway bar bushings really help stabilize the ride. So that way, if you ever are driving and your car is shaking just a little bit more than normal, and you see that these bushings are worn down or cracking or old, and you swap them out, you will definitely see a difference. And they're pretty inexpensive. So Toyota's craftsmanship is out of this world. I had to wait a few days for the new Panhard bar to come in, but now I'll just go ahead and take it for a drive and see how everything feels. But if you like this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for what else I have planned for this whole 4Runner. Till the next one, peace.